think I got the hello too early.
Yeah, I think you did. It's okay. It's all good. Hello, everyone. We're here to do our live show on The Wrath and the Dawn, which I'm super excited about. I've literally had this book on my shelf for years. Like, it's actually been sitting there for so long. And I'm so glad we finally got to read it. Do you still...
I actually bought it as soon as we announced that Wrath and Dawn was when I picked it up. I'm like complete opposite.
Oh my god, no, I wanted to read it for ages. Do you have the same cover as I do?
I have no idea. Mine's is a Kindle one.
Oh yeah, sorry, obviously. Yeah, I forgot you read it on Kindle.
But I think it is. I think it's meant to be at least the same.
Okay.
Oh, mine's going to be black and white because my Kindle's black and white. But, there's a map. I didn't know there was a map.
There's a map? What?
Apparently.
Where? Oh my god, there is a map. Oh my god, the whole time I was reading it, I didn't even see that. That's so annoying. Oh yeah, cool. Yes. Because I saw there is another cover that's really pretty as well.
Underneath the thing though, like on the first page for me, has like a picture.
Oh,
like,
I don't have that.
To be whatever her name is. I could Sharzad?
Yeah, how I say Sharzad as well. I was hoping you'd pronounce it the same because that's what I've been saying.
You say Sharzad.
Sharzad, yeah. She's so cool. I love her. Actually, what did you rate it?
It sounds really bad as well, but no Sharzad. I don't know why, but it just makes me think of Charizard from like Pokemon. So,
oh my god, yeah.
Oh
no.
Charizard. I'm not Charizard. Not Charizard.
Now I'm not going to be able to unthink that.
Good luck.
Oh, you've ruined it. You've literally ruined it. Oh, what did you rate it?
Give it 4 stars.
Cool. I originally on Goodreads said 3, but then I changed it to 4. It's kind of like 3.5. But I think the more, like, I finished it a few days ago. I think I finished it on Thursday. So the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I think it's actually closer to 4 than 3. But, like, it's like 3.5. I did really like it. It was fun.
I liked it more than I thought it was going to.
Yeah. I was hooked from the first, like, the prologue. Like, immediately I was like, this is going to be good.
You're the opposite on that. I found the beginning slow.
No
wasn't until
way.
It was about 40% through that I actually started to like it and started to actually get into the book. Before that, I found it really slow.
Oh my god, I really liked it from the beginning. I thought it was so gripping.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't like it. I mean, I understand it was slow for me anyway, because you needed to actually get used to the characters and introduce them and all that. So, like, I understood it being a bit slower to begin with, but it was just a bit too slow for me until a little bit later. But then I was just hooked. I was like, I need more. That 4 actually was just because the beginning was a lot slower for me, and so I didn't get hooked right away, whereas I did later on in the book. And also, I was like so happy and smiley for parts of it as well, and I was just like,
yeah. So I assume you loved the main two together.
Yeah. Well, I really like Tarek.
I love Tarek. I think Tarek has more of a personality than Khaled does. Like for sure.
I just feel really sorry.
Like
on Khaled.
Yeah. No, I definitely do. But what did you think of like do you think the second book is going to be a big love triangle now that she's kind of with Tarek and everything? Not with Tarek, but I mean, she's not, you know what I mean, separated from Khaled.
Kind of Tarek. Like, she's just not with Tarek. She wants to be with Tarek. She's with Tarek. But now he's in love with her, but she is in love with Khalid, and Khalid's in love with her, but Khalid wants to let her go. I'm just like, oh my god, the triangle.
I know.
It works. It's like 2 different sides of her life. Like, they're both willing to do basically anything to keep her safe, and it's like a good love triangle. Like, it's not like
I do really like it.
Blah 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 blah. It's like an absolute sense, and I'm so thankful for that.
I know. That's why I'm so curious about the second book. Like whether I wonder like if it's gonna be more of a love triangle, like if she's gonna start getting feelings again for Tarek, or if she's gonna be like, no, 100% Khaled, like that's it.
I have no idea.
I have the second book beside me, but I haven't even read the back of it or anything. Like literally, also I'm obsessed with the cover. It's so pretty, but I literally haven't even read the back or I haven't looked at anything. I don't know anything.
I don't know anything about the sequel either. I finished the first book, and like if you press on kind of like the middle pages and you're going to go back, it's like, do you want to buy book 2? And I was like, yes, I do. Like, give me book 2. So that's my next book. It seems so long since I've just read. And it's only that, and it's only a duology.
Yeah.
So I'll be.
I know. I really like that. I feel like there's not enough duologies. Like it's always either a trilogy or a series. So I'm happy that there's only one book left because I just want to see how it all wraps up.
See, I'm so
I have no idea.
All my series are like 6 books at least, and I'm like, I'm so glad for just something short, like just a
exactly.
Really
that's some.
Series.
It's just so nice sometimes. I have no idea how it's going to end either. Like I've absolutely no idea.
I hope it with something about the curse. I really like the fact that there was magic in here. Like,
yeah, and it wasn't like a massive part of the story, but it was kind of really subtle, and I liked that. It was cool.
And I really liked the fact that we got the magic carpet. Like that
was so good. I only rewatched Aladdin actually like 2 or 3 weeks ago, so I was like, oh, magic carpet, so cute.
I am wondering what the purpose of that carpet is, though, because currently it's only lifting the corners, which is quite trashy. Like, nothing for you. It's just going to lift the corner.
I thought it was going to do something more in this one.
I was going to say the magic that she learns, and like the more she learns to control her power, maybe that's what will make the magic carpet a lot stronger and able to do more stuff.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see her learn her magic and not just have it withdrawn inside her going the second book. But
yeah, I assume the magic is going to be a much bigger part of the second book because it's like barely in this one, which I like. I think it's nice. That's just a small part of it. Like, but we're obviously going to see more of her powers and everything in the second book. But I just like, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I don't know how it's going to be done.
I'm the exact same. I'm very much like, what's going to be happening next?
Yeah.
What did you think of whatever her name is? The Handmaiden.
Despina, is it? Despina? Or something like that. I really liked her. Like, from the beginning, I was like, yeah, she's cool. At first, I wasn't sure whether to trust her or not, but actually, I think she's one of the best characters in it.
I'm still unsure in her character because she says she's shy for Khaled or whatever his name is, but I don't think she is.
I don't think she is either because
I have a feeling that she's a spy for the uncle.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't think of that. Yeah, that would probably make more sense.
It's over. So obviously, her finding out like all about the little things that will really draw him out, rather than being like, "Oh, I'm a spy for your meant to be lover who I've been a maiden for years." And I'm like, no, there's something more. Like I think she's fine for him, and so I hope I don't hope I'm right, but I also hope I'm right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I suppose we'll find out in the next book. It's interesting that we're both going to read the next book. Sometimes we read like the first part of a series in this, and it's like one of us is going to read the next one, the other person isn't. So this should be interesting. But yeah, I have no idea. I'd say she'll be a bigger character in the second book. I don't know. Like, it's so hard to know.
I think as well because she disappeared. Right as everything was kind of exploding.
Oh yeah, she did.
me think that maybe she is with the uncle because he would have been part of the plan to basically get rid of the castle and all that land, and then suddenly she's gone. I'm like,
yeah, that's weird. I forgot about that.
But I do like that Talon. Is that what his name is? Oh my god, I'm terrible with names. I've been reading this for like 3 days straight, and I still don't know nobody's name.
Who? Which one?
The one that apparently got pregnant.
Oh, Jalal or something. It's like Jallal. So Jalal. I don't know. Probably butchering all these names. Well, I loved him.
I know Tarek is completely correct because I work with someone the exact same way.
No way.
That one is correct.
Okay, that's good.
I don't know anyone else is.
Yeah, probably.
But
I really liked him.
I think he's really sweet, and I just really like him. But I really hope he's not on the bad side. I really hope he's a genuine good character that comes across as one. And yeah, like, I need him to be a good guy.
I think he is. I definitely think he is. I love him. I'd say, like, I wonder if there'll be more of a romance between him and Despina in the next one.
Ooh, maybe.
Maybe.
What did you think of the curse? Like, just the curse in general? We don't find out quite right as to why he's actually killing the wife. And I was kind of there the whole time, like, but why is he killing them? And then we find out about the curse. Like, what did you think of that?
I was like, yeah, it took so long to get the reveal for it. And then when we finally got the reveal, I was kind of like, I wanted it to be a bit more shocking, you know? It was kind of like, oh, that's it. I was a bit like, that's so disappointing. It's just so basic. It's just like a basic curse. I was like, oh, I wanted more. Because it was built up for most of the book. So I was like waiting for something insane. And then it was just a bit like, oh, that's it. So it was a bit disappointing.
I kind of liked it because I understood why he's killing all of his wives, but also in the same fashion. That was why is always the rule. But I really like the fact that it's with his first wife and the family cursed him, which I think is really unfair. Because he did.
Yeah.
He said if she's okay. She was like, "Yeah, I'm fine," and then she kills herself.
Yeah.
So now he has to pay the price. And I'm like, that doesn't seem fair. Like,
not only him, like all these people have to pay the price. Like, it makes no sense. Why is he punishing not just the Khaled, but everybody? Like, it's so, I don't know. It's such a weird thing to do.
I thought the same. I was like, why is he if he lost his child, fair enough, and he's not happy. But why is he then making sure so many other people's children have the same thing?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't understand the logic. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't understand. But I did think it was kind of nice, though, that Khalid actually had the letters to each and every
family. Was so nice. Yeah, that was so nice. Oh, I really loved all the parts where, like, especially in the beginning. Well, you probably didn't like this because it was more in the beginning, but I loved when she was like telling the stories. I was like so invested in these like stories she was telling. I was like, oh, I want to hear more about this. Like,
yeah, I love the stories, and then we never got the ending. That really bugged me. I was like, yeah, and the ending. And the ending.
I know. I want more.
Here's the ending of the story. Come on. The story I really liked was the one that had the girl who had the key for the basement.
Yeah, that was so good.
I think that's my favorite of the 3 stories that we kind of heard about. That's my favorite one.
That was really good. I liked that. One thing I didn't like, actually. One thing I wasn't mad about is that, like, I knew obviously it was going to be a romance between her and Khaled. Like, that was obvious. Like, but I just felt like it was a bit insta-lovey. Like, I was just kind of, I don't know, just very quickly, I think she just changed her mind about, like, not killing him. I was like, oh, that just seems so fast. Like, he killed your best friend and you're falling for him within like 5 minutes. I was like, I don't know. I thought it was a bit too quick.
I felt the same. I don't get me wrong, I liked their love and their relationship and stuff in this, but I did think it was a bit too fast, and I don't think she really resolved those feelings for her best friend until she kind of reads the letter and understands the curse. And I feel like she'd waited until she understood about the curse and she saw the letters and then that sort of thing. And then the effect, and that she's kind of been not even like if it was just the love, because like she can crush on someone in like Stockholm syndrome and all that stuff. Like fair enough, she can develop feelings. But I feel like instead of acting on them until like straight away as she did, I feel like it would have been more impactful if she'd kind of waited and had this inner challenge within her until after the and after we understood the curse, and then she understands full-heartedly kind of what's going on, and then realizes, you know what, actually this isn't really his fault. I do actually love him, and then acting on it.
Exactly. That would have been better. I don't know if you have it on the Kindle version, but in my book, at the very end, there's like a very small snippet from the sequel. I didn't actually read it, but I just kind of skimmed it. And I did see, I think it's Shiva, the best friend, has like, it's her saying, like, it must like be a flashback or something, but her name is mentioned anyway. And I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I'm curious because I want to know more about Shiva. Because like we kind of are just told that she's Shahrazad's best friend, and I think this second book might go a little bit in the past to like how close they were and stuff, which could be quite interesting.
I feel like we need more of Shiva anyway, not only because not because it's her best friend per se, but because that's basically how her and Tarek were basically like together. Was because it's his.
Yeah, that's true.
So we've got Tarek's cousin, and then we also have it being her best friend. So I feel like we need more to kind of understand the relationship, understand if it kind of goes for them, like as friends, lovers, whatever. So I feel like we do need that. I never actually read the last bit because I was like, I'm going to read the next book because my next book. So I don't want to.
Me too.
Hold on.
That's fair. I didn't read it either. I just kind of skimmed it and I just saw her name. But like, yeah, I do think with this book, like it just kind of told us that like Tarek and her used to be together, and it told us that Shiva's her best friend. Like I want to see it. I want to be shown it. So if that does happen in the next book, I think that'll be so much better.
I really think that would be really good if they did. I feel like we need a little bit more of Shiva anyway, even if it is just flashbacks or whatever, because we need to fully understand that relationship. Like why? Like, I get that it's her best friend, but why would she go to a place where she knew she was going to die for her best friend? Like, I understand you love your best friend and stuff, and most people just grieve, but she chose to actually take the action, and I want to know why, because that's a big jump from grieving to being like, I'll just kill myself after.
I'll just murder someone.
Jump. So I feel like we need a bit more. I'll be very surprised if we don't get some of her in it for that purpose.
Definitely. Another person I'd like to see more of is Shahrazad's sister. I think her name is Ursa or something. But like she's kind of mentioned. I think she might be in at the very start. But like she's kind of mentioned a few times. But like we don't really know her. Like we know her dad more, but not her. So I don't know. I wonder if she'll be in it a bit more.
I hope so. I just kind of feel like we need a little bit more of the side characters rather than just the main, like 3, 4, whatever. I feel like we need some of the more side characters to really step up in the second book, personally.
Definitely.
But then maybe I'm not asking too much because I'm used to trilogies, so I'm like,
and the second book doesn't look very long either. So let me see. Yeah, the second book's just over 400 pages as well, so they're not long.
At least
I don't know how much we'll actually get.
But I need to definitely get into the second book. Like, I'll probably start it tonight before bed because Nice. My October TBR. Don't need that. I need Book Fair.
Yeah, exactly. What did you think of Shahrazad's dad with the whole like book, the like spell book or whatever? I was kind of like a bit confused by that at first. I was like, where did he get this book? What is this book? What is he doing? I was like, what's going on? I was so confused.
I don't really know how it's a big part. Hopefully, it'll play a part in the second book with more magic. But I just feel like at the moment it's very Wisely just got a book of magic, and I just feel like it's kind of a let downy. Like we see a bit of the family, but not enough to actually make us care about them. So it's just kind of like
exactly, yeah.
It needs to give
whenever
us more.
It came up to him, like for sure. Like whenever it was his chapters, like there wasn't many, but whenever he showed up, I was like, I have no idea what's going on, and I don't really care like what's actually happening. Just get me back to Tarek or Shahrazad.
What did you think of Khalid's dad, who was like, if a woman can't be faithful, then he'll just kill her, essentially?
He's insane. I was like, oh my god, this guy's a psycho.
I was like, I understand why Khalid is like, yeah, I'm not saying I love you to nobody, because you want to.
Oh my god.
That out there. He was just like, what's the exact thing? Because I made a note on it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I was like, this just is odd. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not Thursday. Go away. Not you. The bookmark tab thing is just like there, but won't like go away. There we go.
Oh.
There we go. Notes and highlights and all that stuff. I use my Kindle version. A woman is faithful or she is dead. There is no in between.
That's insane. Wow. That is in line.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god. He's so insane. He's an actual psycho.
It's like saying how like his mother cheated on him, understandably if that's the case. But he like dragged her through the palace by her hair. She was screaming at him, calling him horrible names. I tried to help her, but Flo just prevented me from doing so. And I'm like,
Jesus.
He was so young as well. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was actually so.
6-year-old son. Yeah, he was 6 at the time.
Jesus, that is traumatizing. Oh.
And then he gets a curse put on him where he has to kill all of his wives. I was like,
this poor boy. Oh my god. He's gone through so much.
Like, I don't want to be near nobody. Like, you wouldn't want to be near nobody. It's like childhood and like teen years. It's just been trauma. Like,
yeah, I know. He must have. I really hope he gets sorted out in the second book. Like, I hope I don't know how. I honestly have no idea how they could lift the curse. Like, I can't even think of any theories. I have no idea. But whatever it is, I hope he just kills her. Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna happen.
I was actually hoping at the end of the book. Like, you know, when she was like, oh, there's like one solution. I was like, do we get to kill her? Like, that would be an ending to the first book. Sure.
That would be, if this was a standalone, that would be a really interesting ending.
Everyone would be like, what? And I just be there like, yes! They did the thing. I wonder.
What did you think of Shahrazad, actually? Sorry, you go ahead.
I can't. I'll reply to this first, and then I'll say what I was going to say.
Okay.
I thought she was okay. She wasn't my favorite character.
Yeah.
I'm very torn between her because at times she's really, really sweet and stuff, and then other times I just hate her. So I'm like very in between on her. I'm hoping the second book will a bit more. But I mean, not everyone is going to be really, really happy or really, really sad, and I really like the fact that she feels more human as like an actual character.
Definitely. Yeah. I liked her, but I did want more depth to her. I was kind of like, I still don't feel like I know her very well, you know? But yeah, again, we might see more of her. Well, obviously we'll see more of her in the second book, so We'll see how we feel on her then.
No more of her. She's just gone.
Yeah. What were you going to ask a minute ago?
I was going to say it'd be really interesting if the curse that the father put on, it can be broken. Like, obviously you get true love's kiss and stuff. It'd be really interesting if it kind of does follow that, where you want to see how long it would take before he actually sort of comes to love his wife and make sure she's fine and make sure she's genuinely happy. Because even though Shahrazad isn't dead,
I
can't tell whether I'm happy or sad about that.
I'm happy. I don't want her to die.
I'm sort of like in the middle. Like, that'd be really good though.
It would be interesting, but no, we're not killing her.
But yeah, it'd be interesting if that's basically what the curse would be, is just to make him actually realize how much influence he has over his wife, make sure they're really happy and stuff. And that's why
but I feel like that's already happened in this book. Like, he already loves her, so like how
already still going on, remember, because they're meant to stop completely and the whole entire place is meant to go to ruin. But then it seems like the magic spell book's the one that's actually causing everything to kind of blow up and everything currently. So it seems like the curse is actually breaking, and maybe it is kind of breaking in that way. He just needs to get more outside of his head, because Khalid seems to be really inside his own head, and he still can't sleep. But the land is still getting rain, so it'd be good if he has to properly just let himself go.
Okay. I want something a bit different. I don't want the curse to be broken with like a love, like true love's kiss, that kind of thing, like Beauty and the Beast sort of thing, as much as I love that. But like, I'd like something more kind of just different, but we'll see. I'm very curious. I hope there's like some sort of twist, something surprising, because I wanted the curse to be a bit more surprising. So if the way to break the curse is more surprising, I'll be happy.
Hopefully it will be a good curse. Like, I'm very not sure how it's going to be. I'm kind of hoping in a way that's going to be their magic together, because why else show the magic if it's not going to do anything?
That has to play a part.
I'm hoping that kind of helps to break it, but then I wouldn't mind if the love thing kind of helps him actually be able to sleep, because obviously he's not able to sleep currently, and it'd be good if that's a fun. But then, because obviously the curse wouldn't be fully broken, because he would still need to kill however many people, then it'd be good if the magic had something to do with that. So I kind of want like a mixture of like true love's kiss plus actually having a use for the magic system.
That would be good. Yeah, we definitely need the more of the magic in the next book. Like, it hasn't played any part. Well, not, it's played a very, very small part in this one. So yeah, it has to be like a massive part of the second one. I'll be very surprised if it doesn't.
What did you think of Jasmine? Or Yasmin?
Oh, isn't Yasmin? Yeah, she was interesting. Like, she kind of just appeared out of nowhere, and I was like, "What is going on?" And then I feel like there's more to her. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like she's going to play a bigger part in the second book as well, because I was like, she was just kind of introduced just to add a bit of conflict between Shahrazad and Khalid. And then she just kind of disappeared. So I was like, I think there's more to why we've met her. Like, she has to play more of a part in the second book. Something's going on. She has to there's something interesting there. I just don't know what it is.
I have no idea what I think of her, because I'm like, I understand her character. She's like, I love the fact that she wants to make sure that Khalid is properly looked after and is actually loved and isn't just getting played. Yeah. And I do think it's really sweet. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't trust her. I think
she seems a bit desperate though. Like, he doesn't want you. Get over it.
Unless she ends up with Tarek. That'd be interesting.
Oh, because I was thinking, like, we obviously know that Shahrazad's going to stay with Khalid. So, like, yeah, I was honestly thinking, like, would Tarek end up with anyone? But I forgot about her. So, actually, that could be an option. That'd be really interesting.
Also, I really like the fact that they ran through the whole entire village, like, city together, like in Aladdin. Yeah. That made me so happy.
Oh, it's so good. Love it.
Oh, perfect Aladdin vibes right now.
I know. I literally just rewatched it the other day, so I'm literally obsessed with Aladdin. Such a good movie.
I do think it's going to be interesting in kind of what they kind of do in the second book, because obviously we have like this huge love triangle kind of going on. But I feel like we can't just have a love triangle. It's just going to get boring otherwise.
Yeah, it's too basic.
I think my mum's giving me food, and I can't eat for over an hour.
Ooh. Ooh.
There's no point in giving me that. I can't eat it until after I've had my workout in over an hour.
Well, you can always have your robots and stuff.
So otherwise I'll end up just throwing up later. What? Sorry.
One thing I loved actually, and no, you're grand. What was it that Tarek had? Was it a hawk or an eagle or something? I don't know. The Zorea or something. He was so cool. I was obsessed, like literally obsessed, and he was barely in it, but I was like obsessed.
It's like I think it's an eagle. Thanks.
Well, I loved him. I want more of him in the next book.
Yeah, I really loved that character. I was just like, oh, can we have more of the bird? I want more of the bird, please.
I'm guessing Tarek is your favorite character.
Actually, no.
No.
Who? Khalid is my.
Really? Oh, okay. I wouldn't have said that. I think Tarek is much more of a personality. Oh, I'm very surprised. I think Tarek is mine.
Damaged he is, to be honest. I'm like, what is this damaged guy? Like, is good.
Fair enough. Yeah, I do feel bad for him, but I just thought Tarek has much more of a personality. Like, every time he was in it, I was like, more, please. More. Just more of Tarek. But, yeah, I mean, I know she's obviously going to end up with Khalid.
I was like, that's Khalid. I was just like, I was like that, but with Khalid. Anytime it was Tarek, I was like, right, okay. Can we go back to Khalid now? Like,
no. Oh, no. Tarek is a sweetheart. I'll take Tarek. Like, I'll happily take him.
I feel really unsure on Tarek.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's just more wanting revenge, and he's very driven by hatred than he is anything else. Because, like, even when he sees that Shahrazad is actually happy, he still goes ahead with being like, nope, I'm going to take you away. I'm going to ruin your happiness. Like, we're not allowed this because he has to suffer. And I'm like, no, thank you. Like, you come across a bit selfish, self-centered.
That's fair. I think it's just because he loves her, and he's kind of having doubts about whether she's actually happy or if she's just like putting on a show in front of Khalid. Like, I think he's just so unsure, and he just wants to make sure that she's safe. And also he knows that Khalid is obviously a murderer, so he's like, I want to get her away from him as far away as possible. So I don't know. I just love him. I think he's sweet.
I love the fact that you're so different on that. You're like Team Khalid. I'm not. I'm Team Khalid.
No, you're yeah. Yeah.
So, like, when we both read the second one, we'll both basically have to do like some updates because, like, obviously we'll be reading it not the exact same time-ish. Like,
yeah, but we're both jumping into the next book next, so that's good.
Yeah. So, like, we both will be able to kind of talk about it. We just won't be doing a live show about it. We'll just talk about it generally. But it'll be really interesting for both of us to just kind of be like, right, okay.
We could do a big swap. We could end up, I could love Khalid more and you could love Tarek more. Like, who knows?
Maybe. Well, I don't know. I kind of like the fact he went to the people that were on the outskirts of the actual continent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I really like that, but I'm just kind of unsure what that really had to do with much.
It was meant to be this whole big plan, and then it was like I genuinely forgot all about those people. Did they even do anything?
No, they said they didn't. Oh no, I think they created the banner, and then they went, not risking any of our lives, but you can get a banner, and I was like, all right.
Wow. Helpful, I guess. Yeah, that was a bit like, but I feel like that whole part like just wasn't so unnecessary. Like, what did it actually add to the plot at all?
Let's take on the second book was something amazing. I'm just not going to see the whole entire point of that. Like,
yeah,
Because even if it's to get,
I think,
then he could have done it a different way. Like with other people who are really angry about it, and so he starts kind of like building up like a mob and army and stuff under this banner. That would have been better if they're all there giving him a banner. Like then.
I definitely think we're gonna have a lot. Well, we are definitely 100% gonna have a lot more Tarek in the next book, and I'm so happy about that. I feel like the whole beginning is just gonna be Tarek and Shahrazad. And what's his name is again? The other guy, Rahim or something? Rahim. I like him a lot. He's really good.
Like the Tarek's like best friend, who's
he was so good. He was so funny. I loved him.
I like his character. I feel like he's still too small for me to have a proper opinion on him, though.
Yeah,
because we've seen too much of him because he got like sent away and then he came back. But it's only like very briefly we've seen him. But so far, I like him a lot more than I do Tarek.
Oh my god!
I'm like,
so mean.
I'm choosing.
I'm so offended. I'm so offended right now. Oh my god! I love Tarek. I will happily have him all to myself. That's fine. You can have Khalid or whatever.
We'll go back for like, no, this is what's happening. We're going to completely. But I mean, I'd be really surprised that like I'm going for the bad guy though.
Is Khalid a bad guy?
Well, he's killing all his wives.
Okay, he is, yeah. But it's not his choice. It's not his choice. So does it still count? I don't know.
I think so, because he's meant to be the big bad. So, or well, actually, he's not. Like, I think initially he's meant to be the big bad, but then it turns into his uncle is the big bad.
Yeah.
But it looks like the uncle is teamed up with Tarek.
Teamed up with Tarek?
Mm-hmm. Because they have that sort of plan, because they're wanting to both take down.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot. Yeah.
Together now, and I'm like, no.
Well, Khalid's not gonna die. I'd be very surprised if she killed him off.
I feel like one of them has to die. I think either Tarek or
really
die at the end of the book.
Well, it's not going to be Khalid probably, so it's probably going to be Tarek then. Okay, I'm
like,
going to mentally prepare myself.
For me, it would just make sense because you've got the two different sides of the war and stuff. It'd make so much sense if one of them was to die.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely possible. I just hope you're wrong.
I'm very surprised. Like, why did nobody die? Like, where's the death?
Yeah.
I feel like it needs the death. I feel like it's leading up to one of them being in like a war and fighting and death. So if it doesn't happen, I'll be surprised. Unless they team up together.
Maybe.
I hope not. But it's going to be really interesting.
That's Rob saying that comment.
Oh,
so very cute.
Rachel's always welcome back on all streams.
Oh, thank you.
It'll be weird going ahead without Rachel because obviously you've been here since. It'll be really strange.
I know.
But I do have some co-hosts coming forward for the next 3 months, so the book club will
have
fun. Yeah, I managed to get some of my friends to kind of jump in. I've got Sam jumping in for Bird Fox and for Ariadne, and I have my friend Hope joining for the Hating Game. Well, if you read in November, you are very, very welcome to join. I know you definitely want to.
Thank you.
I remember you were saying how much you wanted to read that.
You got co-host. I'm so glad you got co-host. That's going to be so good.
That's why I decided to do the Hating Game, because you were saying how much you wanted to do the Hating Game in November, and then in my head I was just like, okay, the Hating Game's in November. So like, before you leave me, I'm like, oh, no.
I feel honored.
Still happening.
You're still using my choice. Yeah, I feel completely honored. I hope it's good now.
My birthday's in November, so I wanted an easy read anyway. So seems like
it's definitely the Hating Game is definitely going to be an easy read. Like, probably finish that in a few days.
Hope so. I'd love to have a nice quick read. I feel like I've been reading too many books about grief lately, So I'm ready to
yeah, you were saying. Yeah, stop reading them.
So I'm ready to just have really nice, easy, light reads. That is the goal going forward for the rest of the year.
Okay, good. Well, Bird Box, well, it's no grief, I suppose, but it's going to be dark.
I mean,
I can't remember. Have you seen the movie with Sandra Bullock?
I've seen the movie,
Okay,
but it was when it first come out. So that was what, 2017, 2018? So I remember
Was it that long ago? Oh my god. That's
it's really
Are you sure? I thought it came out during COVID for some reason, but I could be completely wrong.
No, it came out beforehand. But I've not watched it since. I remember very basic points of it, like you can't see the creatures or they kill you. And I remember there's something about water at some point of the book.
Water? Oh, when they're on the boat?
Yeah, but that's about all I remember. So
okay, that's good.
I don't remember what happens at the end of the book, or I don't know.
Well, that's good because I heard the ending of the book is very different to the movie. So even if you do remember the Netflix, like the ending, it's going to be fine reading the book because it's meant to be completely different. At least that's what someone said to me. So
I think I'm planning on watching the movie afterwards and doing a book versus movie for it. I'm still doing a book versus movie for Dragon Rider. That should be up this week for anyone who has been waiting for that.
Yeah, was that movie good?
I gave it 3 stars, but I think you would like it more than the book.
Oh, really? Oh, I might watch it.
You're good.
Okay.
But I didn't. Because it shows what's happening back at home.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
You really, really want it.
Yeah.
So I feel like you'd like that more. And yeah, for me, I just, and I think the focus is a bit more on the friendships as well, a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I think you'd prefer the movie or you'd like it just as much, whereas I'm very much like, I very much prefer the book.
Okay. I'm going to watch the movie because I'm curious.
It'll be interesting seeing what you think of it, to be fair.
Yeah. Where did you watch it?
I bought, well, I didn't buy it. I rented it from the Xbox store. So it was only like, I think it was only like £4 or something.
Okay.
It wasn't like pricey, but that was to rent, not to buy. Yeah, the way I done it. It was quite easy. Okay. I was just going to go.
I'm sure I'll find it somewhere. I'll definitely watch that.
Hopefully you'll enjoy that. I honestly can't delve into the second book. I'm like so excited.
Aww.
I think what we'll have to do is we'll kind of just have to tell each other where we stop. Like if we're reading it and just be like, have you hit here yet? And we're like, yeah. I was like, okay.
Yeah. I'd say you're going to finish this book much quicker than me, but I'll try and read as much as I can when I actually get time.
I don't read that much during the week. I read mostly on Wednesdays when it's my sprints. That's my main time I read is just on my sprints. The rest of the time it's like 20 pages a day. Like it's ridiculously low. And then my sprints.
Well, there's days where I don't read any pages, so that's not good.
I think I average generally about 15 pages a day. And I'm like, yeah, that's not great.
It's better than me. That's not bad.
But my reading sprint's definitely boosting me up considerably. That's like my one reading day, like the day I kind of dedicate to reading is Wednesdays, really.
Yeah, that's good.
But then after my sprints, I don't generally read. Or before my sprints, I don't generally read. It's just on my sprints. I'm dedicating like a good couple hours to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's going to be weird with you not there.
Oh, I know. I'm really sad. Oh, but at least, you'll be fine.
Great job.
Oh. I know. It's so sad. I'm sad.
Just very glad I actually managed to finish Wrath in the Dawn.
You literally just finished it. I'm normally like that. That's normally me. I finished it days ago, like 3 days ago. That's good for me.
My month has been so hectic. Everything going on at home and then constant working and then starting doing background work and then having acting classes and then concerts and It's been a month, guys. I feel like this month has lasted for about 4 months. I'm happy it's October. I'm hoping for a new, nice sort of start, and hopefully it'll be a lot calmer.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Hope so.
Yeah, I don't really know what else to kind of say. I have quite a few quotes that were really good on the book, or at least for me, I have some quotes I really like. Let me get my notes thing up. I really like the one that said, where's the one I was after? I really like this one. Like, this one just made me like squeak inside. Like, I genuinely squeak. I was just like, what are you doing to me, you plague of a girl? He whispered. If I'm the plague, then you should keep your distance unless you plan on being destroyed. The weapon still in her grasp, she shoved against his chest. No, his hands dropped to her waist to destroy me. And I was just there like,
oh. I love that.
Right now, I'm just still like inside, like screaming, like.
Oh my god, I love that. Brilliant.
I think it's just how vulnerable he actually is with her, and we see it in that
so
moment that
sweet.
he will actually die because he can see how angry and stuff she is, and he's like, "Yeah, you can kill me," and I'm just like,
oh.
I love him so much.
Oh, I know.
So I also like this one that was said with Despina, and it says, "We women are sad lot, aren't we?" And then, what do you mean? Strong enough to take on the world with bare hands, yet we permit ridiculous boys to make fools of us. I'm not a fool. No, you're not yet, Despina grinned. But it's inevitable. When you meet the one who makes you smile as you've never smiled before, cries you've never cried before, there's nothing to do but fall.
I remember that line as well because I absolutely loved it. So good.
I just like highlighted that part because I really like the fact it was like, oh, we're silly, aren't we? And then it understands like fully why, and I was just there like, oh, so many good quotes in it.
Yeah, actually, I did have some really good quotes.
What was the last one that I did? I had a few others than that as well. Some things exist in our life, but for a brief moment, and we must let them go onto like another sky. I really like that.
That's good.
And I think quite fitting for kind of what's happening in the book at the end when we do actually have her leaving Khalid. I do think that is quite a nice kind of foreboding towards it without us actually realizing it at the time.
Yeah.
I do really, really like that personally.
Yeah. No, it definitely had some really, really good quotes for sure.
Do you know what I'm kind of sad I didn't realize until the end of the book though?
What?
That there's a glossary at the back.
I was so annoyed. I couldn't believe it. Why are they not at the front? Like, who's going to go back and check at the end of the book first? I was so annoyed.
I do. If it's my paperbacks, I will always look at the back of my book first because most of mine are like fantasy.
I never think to do that.
See,
I literally got to the glossary and I was like, for God's sake.
Like,
so annoying.
Stars, like that one's is like 50 pages or something.
What?
Yeah, it's like ridiculously. Yeah, all of that of the book is all just glossary and stuff.
Stop. That's insane. What the hell? Oh my god.
It's a bit much. It's a bit big. But
that's insane.
Like, I'm so used to looking at the back. Like, you've got Hero of Ages and stuff that also has it at the back.
Oh yeah.
So I'm kind of just used to generally looking at the back of my books if it's fantasy, just because I'm so used.
I should start doing that. But like, I wouldn't have called this fantasy, so I never would have checked at the back anyway.
Friday of the Orange Tree.
Oh yeah, I have that over there.
Just so many books have them right at the back, but I wish they would say something at the start. Like,
yeah,
and say glossary, and you'd be like, they're like,
yeah, exactly. Makes more sense. Let us know in the beginning.
But I did really like it. I'm hoping the next book is going to be 4 stars again.
Yeah, I hope so.
See how things go on in terms of the book.
I'm very curious. I have no idea what to expect, which is good.
But I can't really think of anything else to kind of say regarding this one. I think I've said basically everything that I...
Yeah, me too. I think we've said pretty much everything we... Yeah, I just hope we will enjoy the second one as well, so fingers crossed. Oh, well, this is my last live show. Oh, I'm so sad. I know.
Probably not the last time that we're together in a video. Just hopefully just...
No, definitely not. No, 100% not. No. Oh, well, thanks so much for watching, people. And hopefully I'll see you again soon.
Fingers crossed.
Bye. Bye.